Now, when you think of cryptocurrency, you have to take into account like what they are and how they work. And for most people, they only heard about Bitcoin and now maybe this year about Ethereum. But when they hear that there are over 8,000 different cryptocurrencies, they're like, how is that even possible? How does that even work? So let's just kind of try to explain the basics of Bitcoin and how it works. So it's basically a decentralized ledger. It, in its essence, stores the information of all the transactions that ever happened. So imagine someone writing down on a piece of paper, Borna sent money to this guy sent money to that guy, and it stores it automatically. So the first use case for it would be directly tied to the monetary system, where you wouldn't have a need for an, let's say, audit authority checking all the transactions, because the blockchain does it automatically. How it works is that it stores the data from all these transactions into these so-called blocks. And miners, which we'll get to later, check all these transactions. And as a reward for checking all these transactions, they get a new coin unlocked as a result of that process, to kind of incentivize them to keep the network stable and going and secure, and of course to see if everything is valid, if everything worked properly. So basically, miners get rewarded for that. And then you can ask, oh, so they're creating the coin out of thin air, right? But it's not actually that. It's a complicated process where the blockchain encrypts all its data, and it makes it hard for anyone to figure out actually what happened there. So you have to invest your computing power into figuring out the solution of that block. And as time grows, as time progresses on and time goes on and the blockchain grows bigger and bigger, it gets harder and harder to unlock these blocks and figure out all the transactions and check everything. So it gets harder and harder with time. So 10 years back, you could mine a bunch of Bitcoin in one day using your computer alone. But during the last few years, it got so hard that even if you have like a bunch of serially connected CPU miners, you still get only a fraction of a new Bitcoin converted. So it's really, really hard to create new Bitcoin. Hey, thanks for watching this video. If you want to see the full version, go to the Uncle Gold Podcast YouTube channel or watch the next clip.